It is Trash Talking with the Old Heads. I'm your host, Dante, back up in here. You know the tagline. We say what the hell we want to say all the time. Of course, I got my regular debate partners on here. Greg C., what up, bro?
You know what I say, baby. No excuses. Play like the Chiefs.
Jerry, what's happening, bro?
Champions.
What it is, fellas. What it is, fellas. Why play like a champion when you can be a champion? You see it. You see it.
And of course, we got special guest today.
All the time. You know what it is.
Reverend himself, Derek Kelsey, all the way from Denver. What happening, bro?
As you see, I got the city behind me.
I see.
I got my city on my chest. I got my city on my head. And I'm going to be on all y'all heads. I promise you. If I'm never invited back, y'all will understand why.
Pause.
But we feel you, though. We feel you. Hey, hold on.
We about to baptize the Reverend in the fire today.
Got to baptize him, bro.
Well,
get this mic up in here,
listen,
bro.
if it's gonna be fire, then call me Daniel, because I'm gonna walk into the fire. Shadrach,
Meshach, and Abednego.
Hey, Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro.
But you know what it is, man. Hey, let's dive into it, man. Let's get right to it. You know what it is. Old heads, new perspectives. That's our theme for this year. You know what I'm saying? Luka and AD. The trade shot heard around the world. We're going to start with our guest, bro. What's your take on it? Who won the trade, bro?
Ultimately, the Lakers won the trade. But Dallas did not lose the trade. And I will say this from this perspective. All right. I've listened to everybody's perspective on this, and there have been very few people who have shined the light of blame where it belongs. And the light of blame belongs at the feet of Luka Doncic.
Thank you.
And it's surprising to me that even some of us here, but I'll let y'all talk for yourselves, who like to hold players accountable, when you have a player, and I just go back to that clip that Windhorst had where he was talking about Doncic at the in the finals and effectively said, he was not a winner. He said the winners do these things. What he was doing in that game, the lack of defense he was playing, yelling at the bench, cussing at them, demanding that they challenge this call. And when I saw that, it made sense to me why it was possible that Dallas would give up on a 25-year-old superstar. And here's the reason. We typically think 25 years old, this person is still in the process of maturing, which typically they are. But Luka Doncic is special because he is a child prodigy. He didn't come into professional basketball at the age of 18 or 21. He started playing professional basketball when he was 16 years old.
Right.
So now you are dealing with a person who's been a professional for 9 years and good enough to get you to the finals, but obviously something was missing, so much so that it was evident when they got to the finals. And after seeing what was missing, came back this year on the same time he was on apparently last year. So if I'm in the building with him and that's what I'm seeing, that has to cause grave concern when paired with the idea that we're about to pay this guy $350 million. I think you can't separate the fact that he didn't just start doing this and that being professional is not new to him, and the fact that that $350 million was coming, which was probably a de-incentivizer toward doing the things that you need to do in order to be the type of professional to be as great and for him to reach his ceiling. I don't think that he was going to do it in Dallas, or Nico had to think that it wasn't going to happen in Dallas. And as having been a leader and being in organizations where you might have somebody who is really, really good, but really, really toxic, you have a decision to say, hey, am I going to stay with this person and benefit from the good? Or do you have a calculation to say, hey, this guy is never going to reach his ceiling based on what he has here? And apparently the way things were set up in Dallas, apparently he wasn't going to reach it. His team, his conditioning, he has his own strength and conditioning team, his own nutritionist, and none of that stuff was working. And he reaches the pinnacle and the finals, comes up short and doesn't change anything coming into this year. It makes sense that they were saying it's better for us to sell high than to get this guy 350, and then we have a Zion Williams situation on us or an Embiid
Right.
situation where this guy is constantly hurt.
They didn't
And so,
sell high.
Here's
well,
what I
well,
got for that.
let me
Here's what I believe.
hold on, let me dismount and then I'll pass the ball. So it makes sense to me why Nico said if he saw that this is the trajectory he thought he was on, that he was like, I need to get off of this guy before he ends up off injured. We pay him, he's even less motivated. And now our ceiling is simply make it to the finals. The goal here is not to be a championship player. Excuse me, it's not to make it to the finals, it's to win the championship. And if they thought that he couldn't do it, him getting off of it actually is a rational act. All right, go ahead.
They obviously saw exactly what Derek Kelsey was alluding to, and what he spoke very intelligently about is Luka is not a professional. They've given him the years to develop into that. He never progressed to that. That's why they was willing to make that trade. I see Luka being a shell of himself by the age of 31, if not sooner, if he doesn't change his habits. If he doesn't change his mentality about being a leader, if he doesn't change his mentality about working out, about eating healthy, about being a true professional, that not just a professional where you are, SGA level, which he's improving tremendously. He may even make it to God level. He needs that God level professionalism based on the talent that he has to ascend to the ranks of the elite, the true elite players in the history of the NBA. Like I said, I don't see him. I see if he don't change his ways, by the age of 30, 31, he'll be a shell of himself. He'll have continuous back injuries. He's going to have a serious injury that's going to.
He's never had a back. He hadn't had a back injury. So where you getting that from?
If he
Pull
keep
that
eating
out
like
your
that,
ass.
if he keep playing that, trying to play his way out of 270, it's going to happen. Trust and believe. I can't believe. Go ahead, because I want to hear your take, Jerry. Because if you say what I think you're going to say, I'm going to hold a mirror up to your face.
You want to put a mirror? You want to put a mirror on all this
in your face?
You want to put a mirror?
I'm gonna put a mirror on all this. I want you to see the
truth.
So
I just want to start here. Hey man, nothing about this makes sense. I've been trying to make sense of this since it happened. To me, it don't make sense on the Lakers side, other than the future or money, earnings, or whatever. And it definitely makes absolutely no sense on Dallas' side to trade away a superstar of this magnitude. Who won this trade? For me, flip a coin. I would say right now, in the immediate, I would say Dallas, because they actually have a team that can go forward and have the opportunity to get better.
You saying the Lakers don't?
I'm gonna get to the Lakers after I finish Dallas, but I know you got your stars on you. I know you got your star on your head and your chest. But those stars don't mean shit. So in the immediate, we have the Dallas Mavericks being the best team. They have a chance to come together, get better, make a run. I think they fall short of the main goal, which would be to get back to the finals, because anytime you have Kyrie as a possible leader on your team without a mega superstar, i.e. Luka, i.e. LeBron on that squad, you can't really ask for much. I don't think AD has the heart to lead a team to the finals. But like I said, they have more of the components of a team that can challenge in the playoffs or make it be a tough out. The Lakers, like I said, down the road, I see them winning because they have a superstar. And as long as he's healthy, improves on his work habits, they could have him, for the next 10 years, and the money will be through the roof as long as Rob Pelinka can build a team now that is out of the office and making moves for that squad. So for me, like I said, right now it's Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of what you guys are saying so far. My biggest question about the whole thing, everything y'all said has been right on the money, but my thing is, why just open it up to the Lakers? That's the part I can't figure out. I know everybody's saying they loved AD. I get it.
I said none of it makes sense.
But that part to me
none of
really
it makes sense, man.
The ransom they could have got for him when you look at Mikal Bridges, all the picks that he went for.
No.
Rudy Gay, all the picks that he went for. Why would you not open it up just to see what you could get for him? I just don't get that part.
Let me ask you, have you ever bought a house before?
Absolutely.
All right. A negotiation is between the two parties that are negotiating.
Right.
You can't say, well, somebody else made $50,000 on that house, so I should be able to make $50,000 on this house.
But the difference is in the NBA, they could have made it known to all 32 teams that he was available.
Yes, and that would have made it a mess. A complete mess.
Or you get a much better deal with a lot more assets.
No.
Exactly.
That's a huge or. That's a huge or. Did we just not look at two things I'll show you? Jimmy Butler.
This is a 25-year-old superstar. This is not Jimmy Butler. Not the same.
Hear what I'm saying about Jimmy Butler. It's not his age. It's that he made it public that, hey, I want to be shopped. Because he made it public, he wanted to be shopped, but he only wanted to go to the Phoenix Suns. It deaded the market for him. I don't
agree. With the level that the superstar that we're talking about in Luka, no way that deal isn't better than that Anthony Davis deal. I think you could have found a deal way better than that Anthony Davis deal. You can't convince me that you couldn't.
No. If Luka, if it gets out and Luka says, I'm only going to one team,
right?
Then that's just hold on. Did y'all not remember when Carmelo Anthony had to deal with when he was like, I want to go to New York when he was in Denver and said, I want to go to New York? It wasn't no king's ransom. It's like once you start doing that and say, I only want to go to one place, you eliminate all these 29 teams, and now you're down to negotiating with just a few teams. And if the team
Butler said, I want to go to Phoenix. He's not in Phoenix.
Hold on.
Jimmy Butler said, I want to go to Phoenix. He's not in Phoenix.
Look how much less they took for him.
Hold on.
First
of all, let's get off Jimmy Butler. We got him coming up later. So let's get off Jimmy Butler. Let's get off this. If you only are negotiating with one team, your point is super valid, Dante. That's a very good question. Why are you just working with this one team when there's 28 other teams that can offer you something? And somewhere in that list of 28, somebody definitely has a better offer than just AD being your middle piece.
What do you mean about the offer? Hold on. Give me an example of a better offer.
Hold on. The Lakers, well, we don't know because they didn't do it. But
no. Let's hypothesize. Okay, because if you're talking about player, then it's like, okay, what other players they could have gotten, or you're talking about draft picks. If you're talking about draft picks, then I'm going to punch you to the moon because Dallas ain't care about draft picks. They needed somebody to help them. If you're going to trade Luka, your team cannot fall off and become a lottery team where we can benefit and we're going to turn into the 76ers of the early 2010s.
I'm going to do you one better, Reb. I'm going to do you one better, Reb. If when they have these discussions, these backdoor discussions, if Nico says, all right, Rob, we can do this, man, but I need AD, Reeves, picks. And I want that's the deal. Holler at me when you're ready. All right. Let's say Pelinka calls him back and Pelinka is trying to keep Reeves at least. He's like, man, call me back when you serious. When you serious, you call me back. If you want Luka, I need what I need. Call me back when you serious.
But see,
does Pelinka say no? Or does Pelinka make the deal happen? Does Pelinka make that deal happen?
The deal came to their doorstep. The Lakers weren't looking. The Mavs were trying to get out of the Luka business without interjecting Luka
into the business.
Greg, I do not care. I'm bringing you Luka.
You're Dallas. You do care.
No. I'm bringing you Luka Doncic. This is what I want. I'm not accepting anything less. Call me when you ready. What do you do, Rob Pelinka?
Well, this is what we know what Rob Pelinka did because the original deal had additional pieces in. But Rob Pelinka made a great point.
It was picks. It was picks.
Well, they had but two of them. But what Rob said was, we can't give you everything, because in the same way, the reason why you're trying to get rid of him, if we get him and he turns into being who you say he is, then now we're holding the bag.
Right.
And so we can't just give up everything. So it was rational for them to say, no, let's back this down. And also, Jerry, I know you're biased, but we acting like AD is like trash. I mean,
no, I'm not saying that at all. No, hold on, let me jump in, Jerry, because I came prepared for that question though. So let's take a look at the potential deals that could have been made.
I
looked it up earlier this week.
Give it to me.
Making a clutch.
Amin Thompson, Jabari Smith, Fred VanVleet, Cam Whitmore, 5 first-round picks.
Houston, that's a mistake for Houston. Houston is number 2 in the league. They have but
it's a deal that they could potentially have made. Okay?
No. Again, you said potential. If I'm Houston, I'm not taking that deal.
What kind of deal maybe they could have gotten?
I'm not taking that deal. If I'm Houston and I'm good already.
Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Hartenstein, 4 first-round picks.
Why? Hold on. Go back. Say that again.
All right. Jalen Williams, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Hartenstein, 4 first-round picks.
Again, them picks that doesn't make Dallas a contender right now. That pick that's a nice haul. No, here's the nuance. That's a great haul. That doesn't make Dallas a contender this year. You cannot trade Luka
for a longer period of time.
No. But you have to. There's some optics. If you trade Luka, you cannot turn into a lottery team. They will burn the American Airlines Center down. You still have to stay relevant.
Either one of those teams, I don't think they turn into a lottery team.
Who's the leader of that team? Jalen Williams?
Kyrie.
Man.
Not Kyrie, sorry.
Do that. Right. No, I didn't say he's sorry. I didn't say he was sorry. No, I didn't say he was sorry. They're not a championship contending team. Jared, you made the point. They're a championship contending team, not because they have Kyrie, it's because they have AD.
C plus.
No, they're not C plus. Don't do that. I'm not gonna say they're not C plus.
Don't do that.
Those are pieces.
Right.
Pieces.
But
the value that you said was all of those first round picks.
Right.
But Dallas is not in a position. That would have been like he would have been a fool to take that because he'd have got fired immediately. It's like, okay, you got rid of Luka, and now we are in rebuild mode. You cannot be in rebuild mode in order, if you get rid of Luka, you need to be, we're going to try to win a title in these next 2 years. And if we win in the title, then everybody can shut up what we're talking about.
And then we'll be in rebuild mode.
Then everybody got to shut up.
I disagree. The only piece that you would trade, the only pieces that are better than AD is Jokic, Giannis, SGA, maybe another player or two. But
that's why superstars, when they get traded, you don't normally get a fair haul because you're not.
It's on the cusp of being that great player to being just a great player who can be great with potential. That was going to be the best swap that they could possibly get. Plus, what y'all are forgetting is that they were in the trading market. They weren't nobody coming checking for Luka because nobody felt Luka was tradable. Nobody was like, I can go get Luka. So now they're not negotiating from a position of strength. They're trying to get rid of an asset. Why are you trying to give them to me? If you're not on top of your game and you're not questioning, okay, and you're not trying to find out, okay, why are you trading this guy? There's also, you already know there's some underlying issues that which we just talked about and which they have confirmed through the media to justify to the Dallas fans why they wanted to get rid of him. So they're not trading or trying to trade from a position of strength. So they can't just go out and say, I'm gonna give you Luka and let me get all of your team. Give me everybody. It can't be the Herschel Walker to Minnesota for all these draft picks and some pieces to make my team better for the future. That's not.
We've kind of led right into the next question. So what does winning the deal look like for Dallas?
Winning the chip.
Is one title enough?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man, stop. We have totally undervalued, and this is what happens when we have this nostalgic view of the 90s that, man, you got to win 15 championships. It's a new league. They have onerous salary cap rules. If you win a title, it's worth everything. If you win a title and you don't win another one for 10 years, it was worth it. Because especially if the idea is we're not going to win one with Luka. Now we're not going to make it to the finals, but we're not going to win one with Luka. If they win a title within these next 2 years, then I don't care what happens with the Lakers. Dallas won the trade.
There's not gonna happen. Yeah, listen, man.
Okay.
Kyrie and AD are not winning a damn title. Come on, y'all. Are y'all serious? AD as the best player on this team and Kyrie are not winning
you kind of robotic, bro. That just don't mind
title. You. What is wrong with y'all?
Okay, so
the combination that's going. You think so? Let's say Boston coming out of the East. There ain't nobody else coming out of the East.
Wow. Wow.
So
here we go.
You think AD and Kyrie? If you think AD and Kyrie can beat the Boston Celtics when we just tore their ass up last year, I know they didn't have AD. They had a better player than AD. That's what they had. They had a much better player than Anthony Davis. They had Luka.
Not in the paint.
Different paint.
He was in the arena. They had a superstar talent on the team, and they got spanked, destroyed. Kyrie,
you talk a lazy talent who wasn't even trying on defense.
Yeah. That's why.
But the first thing you have to do,
right?
He's been doing
the
it
first
all,
thing you have to do
year.
with Kyrie out there is take him off defense. Kyrie ain't playing no defense. That's the first thing. So that's a minus right there.
Hey,
then you look at the rest of the roster. Who else? Grimes.
Max Christie.
Come on, man.
Max Christie.
First thing I need you to
Grimes
take
not
the
on
base out your
anymore,
voice.
bro. He got traded.
I need you to take the base and the Boston out your voice because this ain't a Boston topic. They are not a super Boston. They are not the Dodgers. Okay.
AD and my point
is, can they get out the East?
AD and Kyrie are not winning the title.
So
okay.
So Greg, you agree one title?
The only way that would have happened if they brought Bron with him. If they would have brought Bron with him, then maybe
they would have to win the trade. They would have to win a title in AD's tenure, AD and Kyrie's tenure there. And not if they start over, it's a wash. If they start over and win a championship, it's a wash. But it would have to be during the AD Kyrie tenure. And the Lakers will not win a title. They will also not have to win multiple titles.
Interesting.
For them to win the trade. To me, it's a win-win situation. The Dallas, by all accounts, were not happy with Luka when they started negotiating the contract. It was being indicated that Luka didn't want to re-sign. He wanted to test the market. Number one.
Luka said that wasn't true.
They also really didn't want to pay him the supermax. So they got off an asset. They brought back a first-team NBA player, all-NBA player, a potential defensive player of the year who is 31 that can give them 4 or 5 more solid years of that play. So to me, the question is, what can Dallas do to win the trade? I think it was a win-win situation for both teams. The Lakers got the superstar that they wanted. What will kill or what will force Dallas or the perception of Dallas winning the trade is Luka fall off, like I'm predicting, if he doesn't change his attitude, if he doesn't change his professionalism. That's how they win the trade.
I don't believe any of those reports about because Dallas came out talking about his fitness level and all of this, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff is going to come out much later. I think it has less to do with that because at 25, you still have an opportunity to get this thing right with Luka on your roster as a superstar talent player that he is. To me, I think this has more to do with new ownership that has no clue about what they're doing as it pertains to basketball and the business of basketball. That's what I think it has more to do with than anything. Because you have this new ownership that's probably more concerned with this new arena and casino and resort than they're more worried about that than paying a player $350 million in my eyes. Because if the Pelicans can put up with the bull crap they've been pulling up with Zion Williamson and his weight and his injuries and him only playing 79 games in his whole NBA career, That's crazy. We're not even talking about that with Luka. Luka was not on that trajectory. He was not on that trajectory.
Jerry, how somebody raised their kids don't mean how you gonna raise yours. I don't. So I don't have a problem from a leadership standpoint. And this is the thing that where I disagree with Greg, and I'm gonna get to what you said in terms of what he does with the Lakers. If Luka changes based on this trade, there was nothing that Dallas could have done to change him. If that's the motivation, him feeling slighted, him feeling embarrassed, insulted, and that's what flipped the trigger, that wasn't going to happen had he stayed in Dallas. And that's why I go back to the child prodigy. When you have been as good as he was, he walked into this league great and has only gotten better. What was going to be the impetus for him to say, man, I got to change up what I'm doing because everything I've done has gotten me to where I'm one of the top 5 players in the league. I got my team to the finals. I don't have to change nothing about what I'm doing. The guys, the folks in Dallas are looking and saying, hey, that ain't going to cut it. That's good enough to get you to a point, but you got to do something different to get to that next level. What was going to change that?
Get you to that point. Failure.
He failed in the finals and came back on the same BS.
Just like all the greats before them. Just like
he just did.
Just like Dream lost in the finals and finally came back, crossed that and climbed to the mountaintop, got him too.
But he didn't come back at 370 pounds.
Yeah. Jordan failed before he got there. Magic.
Yeah, but then he got in the weight room and got it
Isaiah
together.
Thomas couldn't get past Boston. And that's what made him change it.
Isaiah ain't changed nothing.
Failure, just like all the other greats, failure would have eventually made him. He's 25.
But failure motivated all of them to make changes, Jerry.
And he didn't make none.
Failure motivated them to change.
This
came back 270.
This is not a 1 year
removed.
Right. This is not a 1 year.
Number one, he don't look 270 to me. He don't look 270. He didn't look 270.
You guessing their race? Now look at
you didn't see him early in the year.
Yeah, we can look at Zion and show. And even after we see the fake pics of Zion, and then once we see a real picture, we like, oh,
Jerry,
come on, man.
Jerry, what year in the league is this for Luka?
Thank you.
It's 5 or 6, right?
No.
Thank you.
I think it's year 7.
Oh, okay. So I'm okay. 7.
Or what is it? What is it? Somebody fact check.
I'll look it up right now.
Fact check me.
It's 7. It's 7.
It's 7. Okay. No,
7.
he ain't. This again. He played pro ball before he got to the league. So again, this isn't. I'm newly a professional. He was a professional before he came to the NBA. He's been in the NBA for 7 years. He has had this weight stuff since he came into the league. Yeah. And you keep telling your premise is he eventually gonna figure it out. And I'm trying to figure out what if losing in the finals didn't, if being in the league for 7 years didn't.
Hey, hold on.
Everything that he's done.
Hold on. If he's 270, if he's 270, y'all got to remember the man been sitting since what? December.
Yeah,
the man has been sitting.
Here go the mirror.
The man has been sitting.
Your conversation been about Joel Embiid? What has your conversation been about Joel Embiid this entire year?
Hey man, listen. Don't come. Hey,
we talking about we in the gym talking about dieting.
No, buddy. Don't come at me with somebody who don't fucking play. Don't come at me with nobody who sat out 2 full years before they play. Don't come at me with Zion and Embiid and try to talk to me about Luka. Luka is not in the same position as those dudes. Those dudes don't fucking play basketball.
I am talking about your duality on this.
It is done because you talk.
That's two different situations. We're talking about coming in. We talking about coming in shape.
They don't play. They don't play.
They don't play.
Luka plays.
We're talking about coming into shape.
Get out of here. That's too. You can't come to me with dudes that don't play, dog. You can't do that.
All right. And let me ask one more question to Jerry, and I'll get off of this. When you said Dallas ownership doesn't care, isn't that what you?
I don't mean don't care, but this new ownership is obviously unfamiliar with the business of basketball and the importance of having a Luka on their team. The reason I say that is because Chandler Parsons of running back, he's good friends with Cuban, and he texts Cuban when it happened. He texts Cuban, saying,
Cuban would have never done
man,
that.
what happened? You know what I'm saying? What in the world is going on? And Cuban was like, I don't have any idea either. So you mean to tell me new ownership came in, okay, this type of move, then consult the dude that won a title there and has owned the team, has been one of the best owners in NBA history about whether or not to do that deal. So to me, that symbolizes a group that has no clue about the importance of having a Luka Doncic
that symbolizes
on
a
that
group
squad.
that came in with new priorities. Like if you ever been a part of an organization that's changed ownership, it's just priorities at that point. It's not that they don't know basketball or they don't have basketball people. Their priorities are just different. And their priority was something different than just having the best player on their team. They wanted something.
Like that.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that.
It's about priorities. The new ownership group comes in, they bring their priorities with them.
And if you look just
that 350,
and if you just look a little bit west,
in terms of what they want to get to,
Well, no, I mean they're gonna have to pay the money. I mean, I'm never concerned about the salary because that's money that they're paying out of money they made from the TV deals. It's not that they don't have it.
Right.
They don't. I would say
on one player. I think.
I would say no. Yeah, you don't want to invest it in one player who has these particular challenges.
Well, your coach
but the thing is,
or your GM may be telling you it's lazy.
Yes, like you don't want to do that. So we can just look. Just if you go west on I-20 just a little bit to get to Arlington, you see what happens when you have an ownership group that won't let the people. Okay, all right. I know. I had to get on the street. Listen, if you can't say amen, say ouch. If you can't say amen, say ouch. You see what I'm saying? Hey, so don't you want ownership to not meddle and let your people you hire to run the organization to do that? Now, did he do it well? That's a question. But isn't that what you want?
You do. You got a point.
Okay. All right. I'm done. All right. Hey, I'll pass that collection plate. I knew I had to come for him.
Get this next question in right quick so we can move on to the Jimmy Butler deal. But the fit with him and Bron, does it fit? Will it work? And if so, how soon do you think it'll work, if it'll work?
Man, listen, Dutton, hold on before we get started. We limited in time. Anytime you bring up LeBron, the dude with the Boston Celtics shit on is gonna have a conniption and he gonna spaz out. I'm just saying, and I'm gonna have to spaz out too. And I got a fellow Bruniac.
Bronstantinople, resident of Bronstantinople. Yes, I got my passport.
He still ain't the GOAT.
It's okay. We got to go there. Okay. Here's why I think it can work, and this is why I think it will work. Okay. LeBron is 40 years old. Even if he wants to dominate the Rock 24/7, he ain't got it in him to do it. So age has completely limited his ability to do maybe what he would have done 10 years ago. So having somebody else who can dominate the Rock and who he sees is legitimately better with the Rock in his hands than he is or can be, I think he won't have a problem coming off of the Rock. Take LeBron off the Rock. LeBron is a cutter. LeBron is a screener. We saw him do that in the Olympics and how he was working those pick and rolls with Steph Curry. I believe he can be completely effective with it. They got Luka a lob threat. You give Luka a lob threat, you just got shooters around him. I've seen him be effective with guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. and Finney-Smith. It's like you don't need sharpshooters because they're gonna be butt naked wide open because otherwise Luka's gonna slow dribble him, pin you on his back, and kill you in that pick and roll, or he's gonna kick out the wide open shooters. So I think it not just can work. I believe because of what Luka can do, it will work. The question to me is, will they be able to play enough defense to stop anybody? But I'm not concerned about whether the basketball fit. LeBron is at an age and of a capacity to adjust his game to make it work.
All right, before you go, the Mark Williams trade was nice. That was a nice pickup by them. But go ahead, Jerry. The trade they made.
I completely agree. I completely agree with Rem. You know what I'm saying? If you don't plan on going nowhere, you're right. You don't need any shoot. You're right. You don't need no elite shooters if they don't plan on going nowhere any damn way. So,
who were the elite shooters last year on Dallas' team? Who are the elite shooters on the finals team for Dallas last year?
None. None. That's why they lost. That's my point. That's part
you
of my
said
point.
not going anywhere. I mean, the finals is going somewhere, right?
Well, you know, hey,
around the corner.
Hey, you know, I mean, you know, if you're not first, you last. So, is this a fit? No, man. If you want to bump their IQs off of each other, okay, fine. We've never seen Bron in the NBA play off the ball as much as he's going to have to play off the ball with Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic plays with the ball in his hands 90 to 95% on any team he had. That's what helps make him great. That's how he's been able to lead his teams. That's how he plays. So you mean to tell me that LeBron James, probably this year, LeBron probably went down to maybe 70-30 with Reeves taking over some duties in handling the ball. So that's 70-30. So you mean to tell me that LeBron James is going to figure out how to be effective and come down to be a pick and slipper, pick and popper, pick and roller with Luka Doncic 20% of the time? So you're talking 80-20. Is 75-25 enough for LeBron? Is 70-30 enough for 20 Bron? It ain't going to be 50-50. It ain't going to be 50-50, not with Luka out there. Luka is
I agree.
James Harden in an offense. That's who he is. He's not LeBron James. He's James Harden in an offense. So, no, the fit is horrible. Okay, so they bring in Williams. Okay, that's good. I looked at his numbers. I've never seen the boy play. 16-9, 3 assists, a block or two, or almost a block or two.
17-10.
Okay, okay, cool. Hey, hold on.
But you look at
16, 9, 17, 10, whatever, dog. Anyway, you got, like I said, 12 and 8. But anyway, if you bringing this charlatan over here to the Lakers, and those are the numbers he's bringing, he about to play with LeBron, man. Don't those numbers go down when LeBron bring in a big like that? A role type big? Didn't Chris Bosh's numbers go down? I think so. So he not coming 16. I'm sorry, 18 and 10, 17 and 10 is not in his suitcase coming to LA. He had to leave that shit in Dallas. Okay. I mean in Charlotte. He had to leave that shit in Charlotte. Okay. So you can miss me with that. Okay, he's a lob threat. Okay, great. Okay. Now we get to the shooting. Okay, you got Reeves decent, Reeves decent. I like him, I guess, whatever. But where's everybody else? It's not working out with my man from Miami. He can't hit the side he can't hit the side of a barn, can't throw a ball in the ocean. Who are the people that's gonna open up this floor for people? I guess Bron. Bron is.
Do me a favor after this podcast. Do me a favor after this podcast and go look up Gabe Vincent numbers since the start of 2025. Okay. You look at that.
No, I would rather look at his whole career in LA.
I don't know what you saying because you break it up. What I'm telling you, sir, is that
he ain't been the same dude from Miami.
We said we want to be factual going forward.
Coming me with some numbers. This dude played 3 good games.
Rui Hachimura shooting 42.9, Finney Smith 42.3, LeBron 38.1,
Check.
37.2.
Check.
Gabe Vincent 33.8.
Check.
Okay.
Hey, do you have
please fix your
hold on. Wait.
Don't do it.
Hey, Dante, do you have the advanced numbers on open catch and shoot threes?
I can get them while y'all can.
Yeah. Look at open catch and shoot threes, because those are the types of looks that Luka Doncic is going to create. Jerry, me and you can be out there shooting 40%, because we're gonna be butt naked open, man. I can make 3.75 out of 10 if you just let me shoot butt naked wide open all the time.
And guess what? The game plan for both of our asses is gonna be for everybody to leave us alone. We ain't winning if we leave us open.
Can we give JJ Redick his props?
Yes.
Yes.
Come on,
and
man.
Have the Lakers been
JJ ain't on the rundown?
Season, have they been 10 games over 500?
JJ not on the rundown. I don't think so.
Hey, Greg. No. Let me show you how he's on the rundown. Is this a fit? I believe that JJ has the offensive mind and the capacity to make a fit. I saw Darvin Ham's stubborn behind run a 3-guard lineup that was not doing nothing and just stuck to it for no reason perceptible in the world. JJ is a much better offensive mind, and I believe that he can unlock
JJ
and
Redick
figure
is
those
a
things out.
savant. Oh my God.
I didn't say a savant.
Oh
I didn't say a
God.
savant. I didn't say a savant. See, don't put words in my mouth.
I'm so sick of people talking about JJ Redick, offensive mind. Oh my
He
God.
is. He's a Duke guy, right? Hey, Jerry, he's a Duke guy, right?
He is.
Them Duke boys.
Stop it. This dude, Darvin Ham, had 153 different lineups.
My name Bennett.
I am embellishing that number, but you get my point.
Yep.
He had so many different starting lineups. You can't name a time where they had an out of timeout play that resulted in some points.
Because Darvin Ham was a bad coach doesn't mean JJ Redick is a great.
That is true. That is true. I didn't say
Darvin Ham.
He's better than Darvin Ham. I didn't say he was a great coach. I said I trust his offensive mind to put a system together to make LeBron and Luka effective together.
Thank you. That's all.
Okay, we shall soon see.
Yo, absolutely.
Speaking of new fits, your boy Jimmy Butler finally got traded. Got his money that he wanted. 2 years, $111 million from Golden State.
It's really just 1 year.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
58 because he already was going to opt into the 50.
Yep. Exactly. So his fit with the Warriors. The biggest question is, does he make them a contender? That's the question we wanted to know last night, Rail. Does that make them a contender?
I don't think so. They don't have enough. I think he's better than Wiggins, but what the Warriors need is shooting, and they just don't have enough. Jimmy's not a 3-point shooter. Yeah, I just don't think that this doesn't vault them in the OKC range for me. So the OKC and Dallas range for me. I would say OKC, Dallas, and the Lakers just to see Jerry's head explode. But that doesn't it doesn't. I mean,
it would.
Yeah, it's a nice piece. I appreciate not settling for what they had, which was definitely not good enough. But I don't think this puts them in like Western Conference Finals contention.
Yeah, last night I called him Wiggins with more dog in him, basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying at this point in his career, that's pretty much what he is. He's a good defender who can hit an open shot. I mean, he's Wiggins with more dog.
No. We gotta stop doing what we gotta stop doing is compare Jimmy Butler from 2 years
ago.
This
is not that Jimmy Butler.
This is not that Jimmy Butler until we see otherwise.
Well,
Jimmy Butler be a shell of himself.
3 years ago. This is not 2 years ago, Jimmy Butler, right?
Is that because of injury or because he just didn't have any more game?
Whatever you make.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna have to find out.
I'm not gonna say he doesn't have any game. He's 35. He's not a pantheon great, and he has been injured. So injuries just don't go away because you change locations, unless you were taking those injuries, which questions your integrity. For me,
sure. Well,
but we've seen his points per game go down. He's gone from 22 to almost 23 points a game down to 20 and 17 this year. Now I get some of that has to do with his him being disappointed and being a malcontent.
Him shooting them one-legged threes. Him shooting them one-legged threes.
Right.
You don't think that was a part of it?
Maybe.
But hey, you are what your numbers say you are.
Right. No, I don't. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I do believe that Jimmy in the 16-game Jimmy is different than 16-game season Jimmy is different than 82-game season Jimmy. I think the Jimmy that shows up in the playoffs, I don't necessarily want to see what they look like in the first round unless I have superior talent or whatever like that. If I'm somebody like Houston, I might be concerned because Houston has a very good regular season team. Yeah. What are they going to look like when that playoff time? And you got dog Steph, and you got dog Jimmy, and you got dog Dre.
I got to bring you to the altar because I remember me saying something similar to Houston when we had that whole Detroit Pistons conversation. And I said that Houston, to me, is going to be one of those teams that's going to bite the dust in that first round.
Okay.
Bite the dust.
I disputed you on that. What did I say?
I think you said something to the fact that you were basically insulting my intelligence when it comes to basketball acumen. from what I took out of that conversation.
I may have been. I don't deny that claim. No, okay. Here, if I was saying anything, my biggest challenge with you as it relates to both basketball and football is that you are results oriented, not process oriented.
Oh, we go with the process.
Oh yeah, listen, I know you don't want to hear that. You wear that Alabama, you got Alabama tattooed on your back. But then anytime somebody start talking about process, no, I just want to care about results.
Hey, Reverend, be specific. Be specific. His lower back. Be specific. Be specific. Now. So
that boy get down ain't got nothing to do with me.
Before I comment on the Jimmy thing, first of all, I want to reach out to the people. Please continue to take us seriously because.
Please continue to take us seriously. We got audio issues right now.
this man is called Jimmy Butler a slightly better Wiggins. So we apologize
at
for that.
This point in his career.
Don't do that. Hey, you realize Wiggins is a diminished version of himself as well. So
listen,
we ain't talking about championship year Wiggins.
And y'all talking about that contention. Steph is a diminished version of himself.
Man, that's the quiet part, bro. Say the quiet part out loud, bro.
Okay, but
Steph had a terrible year and probably shouldn't have been an all-star. But go
ahead. The only thing you're right about are those players' numbers being down. I think you're completely wrong as to why they're like that. He showed his ass, and he showed the team, he showed the owner, management, franchise that he did not want to be there by doing what? I told y'all early in the season, I had a post in the group that Jimmy was throwing games.
So what's
it only took me 2 games to see that. And then once I started looking like, man, he didn't start this game. He only played this many minutes. Jimmy was out there throwing games. So
let's get back on topic. What's the Golden State Warriors ceiling?
Hold on. And then to combat your Steph is falling off. I wanted that question as part of the show. Is he in decline? Of course he's in decline because he's older. But his numbers this year are more reflective of the inconsistency of having shooters around him, which they don't really have any, and players in and out of the lineup. So he hasn't have a cohesive enough team to put up his numbers. Nor does he have enough around him. Losing Clay, in my opinion, is going to show to be one of the. You had to let Clay go, but that's one of the biggest contributing factors to Steph being able to get his game off because he has a whole nother part of the floor that's extended out to a shooter where he doesn't have that at all right now. Now, in my opinion, yes. In my opinion, Jimmy Butler makes the Golden State Warriors a contender in the West because there's a lot of teams that are good in the West, but I just don't believe in them. But I don't think SGA and the Thunder want to see them in the playoffs. I really don't.
Hold on now. And I agree with you. The Lakers aren't championship contenders, but now you're telling me with a diminished Jimmy Butler and a diminished Steph, they are contenders. But the Lakers with a prime Luka,
I don't believe,
and LeBron playing the way he's playing, they aren't.
I don't believe they're diminished.
Hey,
I don't believe they're diminished.
Hey, let me show you.
There is complete bias. Are you saying contenders for the play-in or contenders for the Western Conference?
For the title, right.
I see Golden State making a very good push to get themselves out of the play-in. First of all, they will not finish the season in the play-in. That's not
Mark it down. Write it down. We're going to come back to that. Okay.
So Greg, I should have been more specific with the question. We're talking about title contenders. We're not talking about playoff contenders. We're talking about title contenders.
First of all, there's nobody that contend with Boston. Okay? Man, the Dallas Mavericks are kicking our ass right now.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, there's no team.
Dallas is running away with these dudes.
There is no team that can contend with us for a title. There isn't one.
Let me show y'all the sleight of hand that Jerry does, and he's very good at it. But I'm gonna point it out to you. When we were talking about Dallas, he said they ain't got Kyrie and KD and Anthony Davis is not enough. You know,
Right.
they ain't got enough pieces. They ain't got enough parts.
Not to win a title, no.
Not to win a title. Okay. And then out the same mouth, just a few minutes later, he said the Golden State Warriors greatly miss Klay Thompson because of his spacing capabilities.
Right.
Well, what does Klay Thompson play now?
He plays in Dallas.
Oh,
I thought
he played in Boston. My bad.
But AD and Kyrie, and they ain't got enough around them. But if he is such a crucial component, and Dallas has that isn't that a ceiling raiser for them?
So, first of all, two different playing styles. Am I right or am I wrong? Two different teams playing two different ways. Am I right or am I wrong?
Okay, yeah, they have different styles.
He creates gravity in the Golden State offense that is unlike the gravity that he provides with the Dallas Mavericks. Now,
you don't think AD will help that though?
Now that's
Steph provides that gravity, not Klay. Klay is a beneficiary.
Let's take his premise.
Can we look at the numbers? Can we look at the numbers? Can we look at Klay's numbers from last year and this year? They're down. I know they're down.
But you talking about gravity?
Right. Gravity. Yeah, we on time with the gravity.
So if his gravity, if he's the same person, why would, if I'm in one jersey versus another, why would people be afraid of me taking a wide open shot?
What I'm saying is, first of all, he's not gonna get those wide open Luka shots no more. That's not gonna happen. Luka's no longer there.
Okay. He
has to get the ball out of Kyrie's hand.
Okay.
And he has to get the ball out of AD's hands.
Okay.
I think they're gonna play more through AD.
The system has to change now that you have those two players. Now I don't doubt that Jason Kidd can build an offense to satisfy the talents of his players. I believe that. I know Jason Kidd is a savant. I know this. He's a smart cat. But it's gonna be different. So yes, he does provide gravity, but it's coming in a different way. It ain't coming from that Luka Doncic get downhill and everybody come into the paint to check and see what he's doing in there. It's different. Kyrie got his doobop whoop-bop on before he even get his offense off or decide what he gonna do with it. So it's different. It ain't the same no more. So I expect Klay's numbers to go down even more that he doesn't have Luka.
Okay, that's two things we need to write down.
The question though.
There's two things to write down. Let's note that on February the 6th, that Jerry said that hold on, you said
Golden State.
No. He said Oklahoma. He said Oklahoma. Yeah, he said Oklahoma City. He said they wouldn't make the Western Conference Finals.
No, stop. I said Golden State will get above the play-in. That's number one.
Golden State will be above the play-in. Is Klay's stats are going to go down. Okay,
go down some more. Yes.
Good.
But the question was, are they contenders?
Who? Golden State? I mean, Golden State. I think the Golden State Warriors are contenders in the West. Yes.
So hold on, before we leave off the topic. So we talked about gravity and Golden State usually have, when they've been good, they had Klay Thompson as an additional shooter. They had recently they had your boy in Washington that's playing in Washington now.
Oh, Poole.
Mm-hmm. Who is the other dead-eye shooter on the team? Because Steph is having a down year. He's shooting his worst 3-point percentage, his worst 2-point percentage since his second or third year in the league. Yeah. So where is this other shooter coming from? Because Jimmy is not.
It's not gonna come in the form of shooting because Jimmy's not a shooter. But Jimmy will provide a gravitational pull toward him too, because he's an ISO player. He can do it in the post. He can do it. He can do it also. Let me finish, Greg. He can do it in the post. His game will draw the attention of the player. You can't just leave Jimmy. You can't just leave Jimmy Butler one-on-one on the other. You can't do that. You can't do that. That dude. I watched Jimmy single-handedly destroy my Celtics a couple of years ago. We have nothing for him, and we got plenty of defenders on that team.
And so their front court is still not good enough. Their front court is still not good enough.
The spacing he's going to create won't be the same as Klay. It will be different because of the type of player that he is. But Curry needed another player that can go get a bucket, and now he has it. Jimmy is an all-around
would have
player.
to kill me from outside.
All day long.
Podzniski or whatever his name
He's
would have to kill me
not gonna
from
do that.
outside.
He's not gonna
Buddy
fall for that
Hill.
bait.
Buddy Hill got to
would
go.
have to kill me
Right.
from outside.
Jimmy ain't
Listen,
gonna take that bait,
hey,
man. Jimmy
you know
gonna
what's
Jimmy
you know what's
force
gonna be
the
funny?
issue.
You know what's gonna be funny? Dallas and Golden State are going to match up in the finals. I mean, in the playoffs at what level? And AD is going to do the same thing that he did to Golden State. The same thing he did to Golden State when he was with the Lakers. Golden State ain't got nothing in the middle,
Nothing.
and AD is going to feast. And then he gonna send them on home.
7-8.
And I tell you right now, they gonna still be in the play-in when it's all said and done.
Nah,
Okay.
February 6th. Make sure y'all remember I called it.
Yeah, we got it.
The Lakers won't be.
Golden State won't be in
the Lakers won't be. Y'all still saying the Lakers gonna be in the play-in?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they got a bunch. They got a lot to figure out, man. Listen, Bron.
They winning without him in the lineup.
Bron got a major. Bron has major IQ. Luka has major IQ. They are going to have to come together. They're going to have a come to Jesus meeting and figure it out, because Luka has to have the ball.
Yeah. Hey,
and LeBron has to have the ball.
I've seen LeBron 5 times flip his team at the trading deadline, and they figure it out and they rock and roll. So I ain't worried.
Yeah, that's when he could carry the team. LeBron can't carry the team no more.
All right, let's touch on this one.
Okay.
Not Greg, but Jerry wanted to tell his boy Chris Middleton got the boot.
Piston great. Former Piston great.
I told him he wasn't to Milwaukee. Obviously, Milwaukee brass agreed with me. What's your take, Rev? Does it make them a better team having Kuzma?
Slightly, but I don't have any faith in Milwaukee.
Thank you. Somebody finally agreed with
me. I don't have any faith in Milwaukee. They won equivalent to what people call the bubble chip.
Right.
They won one when everybody was broke down. Budenholzer is showing who he is now with Phoenix. He got all them players figured out. Huh?
Who was everybody broke down when the
man? If one of the twos, there were 3 legs that weren't working. Kyrie's, both his ankles was broke, and Harden's hamstring was gone. And KD by himself was wearing them out. And there's no excuse for that. I can't stand Budenholzer with the heat of 1,000 suns. So anyway, I'm sorry. So they won that, but that doesn't mean I don't have any more confidence in Giannis. I don't think they're any better.
Nope.
Now I'm out on the Bucks. Kuzma makes them better, but I'm still out on the Bucks.
Defensively, that man shoot, man. Look, hold on. Let me get in my your boy from Saturday Night Live. What's his name? Keenan Thompson, LeVar Ball impersonation. Talk to me about no Kyle Kuzma. That man shooting.
Kyle Kuzma.
That man shooting 30-some% from the 3. No, 20-some%.
He was in a bad situation in Washington. I think he'll play better. He'll play better.
15, he didn't drop the 15 points a game, dog. He's off his last year's average by 5 points. So,
no, it's when you take a player like this and his role expands beyond the capabilities of the game, he's not going to look better. He's going to be narrowed down. He'll look more like what he looked at with the Lakers, but he'll be better. I mean, the fact that both his knees work, he's better than Middleton.
But my point remains, he's not going to make them that much better.
I'm out
on stay in the same spot until Dame Lillard plays defense.
That's not happening.
Right.
Exactly.
I've been saying that since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, the same team that they were last. Problem. They didn't fix their roster problem with no damn Kyle Kuzma.
Nope.
Yeah. Yep.
Jerry,
are you a Bucks? Are you a Bucks? Are you a Bucks guy?
Jerry,
he wants the Bucks to play the
set. That's what it is.
It's about who will make the less threat against the Celtics.
The path of least resistance.
Now y'all know there is nothing in me that says I don't want to compete. I ain't that guy. I don't want the lesser team to play. That ain't me. That's the LeBroniacs that think like that. I don't think like that. I love the spirit of competition. Anyway, we did say that the Bucks had a roster problem. To me, Kuzma gives them a younger version.
They had a roster problem.
Kuzma, we all said that a roster problem. Kuzma is a younger, more athletic version of any stage of Chris Middleton. Okay,
He's never been as good as Chris Middleton.
He's probably
never been as good as Chris Middleton.
Oh wow.
What? Hold on.
Time out. Can I finish my?
Yeah, you better fix that because it's broke right now. It's real broke. That engine is leaking.
You want me to edit this out before I put them?
Yeah, please. Yeah, I have too much respect for you to stand up there and tell me that Kuzma is a better, younger, more sprightly version of. Man, come on.
To me, Kuzma is a better version of Middleton. In his offensive bag, he's a better version of Middleton.
Damn,
to me.
Jerry, I always respect
Middleton is a catch and shoot player. He's a glorified 3-and-D guy.
Okay, all right. This is the disrespect that I would not allow for Piston great. Listen,
that's who he is.
This is the disrespect that I will not allow for a former Piston great. When Giannis was choking like a dog because he couldn't finish games because he can't hit free throws, can't hit jump shots, they let Middleton close the show. He had a couple of games where he had 40, and most of the points came in the fourth quarter. Him handling the ball, creating his own shot.
Kuzma can't do that.
Nothing like that.
Real, but the funny part is, Real, when I said that Milwaukee was being good this year, he told me Middleton was the linchpin to that team.
And now he done flipped off of it.
That's on wax, bro.
Better.
That's what you said.
Kuzma's better now.
They waiting on
better version.
To come back, and they're going to make a run once he come back.
That's what I said. I said they are waiting for him to come back healthy, and they will be fine.
And they were, because he never came back healthy.
Kuzma does not move the needle as far as them being able to challenge for a title. I thought that the second best team in the East this year would be the Milwaukee Bucks. We have enough sample size that is not true. I have moved off that point. And to be honest, and this kind of pains me to say this, the biggest issue in Milwaukee is Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is the biggest problem. Every time I watch this team, I'm watching him just let them continue to do the same thing. You got Giannis insists on bringing the ball up every damn time. It's like if he don't do it, then he has a problem or something's wrong. To me, that makes you more predictable when he's the cat bringing it up because he has to get downhill. Yeah, he's got that over the shoulder turnaround fadeaway now, and he's doing a great job with it. But you're making your team more predictable when you continuously let the freak be the person to initiate the offense as much as he does. Yeah, he's a great, but get that man into some short posts with Dame being the person. And Dame is not the type of player that is comfortable just waiting on you to over penetrate and then kick it out. Middleton had it going. The last game I watched them play, I can't remember who they were playing. Middleton had it going. Middleton was jabbing, freezing his defender and raising up and knocking that bitch down. He was on one in the first half. In the second half, the way that they play, they froze him out. They didn't even go to him the rest of the game to get any of those shots to even relieve any pressure for Giannis and Dame. So to me, the biggest issue is Doc Rivers, and it pains me to say that because he used to be a good coach. He's ass now.
The biggest issue for me, Darvin Ham on that bench is the biggest issue. You mean to tell me he can make this team better?
Like I said, they bound for the play-in. Like I said at the beginning of the year, Milwaukee play-in.
Bound for the play-in. What are you talking about? You're not watching the standings in the East?
They fifth. Yes, I'm watching. They're fifth. 2 games out of the play-in. Yes,
who's sixth in the East?
The team that's about to pass Milwaukee.
Miami.
Miami. Who's seven? Who's seven?
Yeah, y'all seven.
Both of whom could end up in front of Milwaukee.
Okay.
Let's get to the biggest trade of the deadline.
Yeah, wow.
My Spurs.
Ain't the biggest trade, man. Get out of here.
Hey, man. Who hosting this show, bro? Who hosting this show, bro?
You're a Spurs guy, huh?
You see it on the wall, bro. You see it?
Well, I can't, I see the 49ers, the Niner Bang Bang Gang and all that. Okay, you're a Spurs fan. So you just started watching basketball in what? 2006? When you started watching?
No, I was a big George Gervin fan, bro. I'm older than that, bro. I'm a real old head, bro. I'm older than that.
George Gervin? Really?
I'm older than that.
Were you a Sean Elliott fan?
Sean Elliott,
but I hated Arizona though. That's why I don't.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with the Spurs.
Former Piston.
I've always hated Arizona. I hated.
No, yeah. He's
Sean Elliott is a former Piston,
but he's not a former Piston great. So we don't claim.
Exactly. Yeah, I've always hated Arizona. So yeah.
Let me ask you. Do you remember the game when Rod Strickland was playing for the Spurs, and he did a behind the back pass to nobody in the clutch?
And
that's what I remember about it. And he was in a Spurs uniform.
But the funny part is people remember that about, man, Rod Strickland could play.
I know what I'm saying. I know he was cold. I wasn't mad at him for trying.
Yeah, Strickland could ball, man.
But they just got on him for the mere gall of trying. Okay, right, but that's right. I'm like, if you was a Spurs fan back then I'd give you country.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a Spurs. I go back.
Nigga hot dogging.
I go
back. Yeah. Oh yeah, that wasn't allowed back then. Hey, listen.
But can my boys make a playoff run? Is the question, man. Can they make a run? Do Fox and Wemby, will that fit get them to the playoffs this year?
How far are they out?
Right now, they sitting at 11. Last time I looked at it.
How many games out?
I say 2 games out. Hold on, let me see. Let me be specific. Let me look it up because I didn't know after last night. Let me check.
They were 12 last night when I saw.
Yeah, they are 17. They are 17.
They're a game out in the loss column. They're a game out.
Yeah, they're
a game out to play in.
They'll make the play-in. They'll make the play-in.
I agree.
I believe. I mean, Fox elevates them enough. You have an offensive player. Wemby doesn't have to go out and do everything offensively. They didn't have to give up anything to get him. So I believe. I mean, to make the play-in, you got to be what, the 10th seed?
Yeah, 7 through 10.
They can do that. I mean, that don't mean nothing, but they can do that. You know?
Can they get to 6?
Can they get to 6?
Oh no.
Okay, man. You. Hey! I saw Greg over there sneak a couple sips, but I hadn't seen where your hand is. Now you might be on the same stuff. Actually, you might be so strong.
Hey, but hold on now, hold on. But hear me out before you go, Greg. Hold on. All right, they're 1 game behind. Hold on, G. They're 1 game in the loss column behind the Mavericks, Kings, Suns, and Warriors. And only 2 games behind the loss column behind the Timberwolves, who are at 7.
What team do you think is gonna fall back?
3 games behind the Clippers, who are at 6.
So the Kings are gonna fall back. The Kings will fall back, but who else? Who else in that is gonna fall back?
Right. They just put the Bulls West together. They gonna fall apart. You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing.
You got Jerry's title contenders right above y'all, so you know that they're gonna move up.
Right. We see what Phoenix is doing. Phoenix is garbage. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing good ball right now.
Y'all tea leaves reading is amazing to me. So can the Spurs end up in the play-in? Maybe. I'm just wondering, when did De'Aaron Fox become a needle mover? When did he started moving needles around here in the NBA?
2 years ago.
Disrespecting De'Aaron Fox.
Man, 2 years ago. Did you see him not go head up with Steph? Like the bean.
That man.
See, that's why your audio messing up, because you're talking that bullshit.
To the playoffs 1 time in his entire career.
Oh my goodness! So you're gonna put all that on De'Aaron?
Don't know how to do it. Wemby Popovich ain't walking through that door. Are we forgetting that he's not even coaching right now? It's not gonna happen.
It's a play-in. It's they 1 game out. They can't make the 10th seed.
Right. And if they continue to play that dude at the shooting guard, which I was surprised to see him at the 2 with Chris Paul on the team, that means that I guess Chris Paul insists on starting. So if he insists on starting, then at some point he's going to break down. That's what Chris Paul does, and he's not going to be short of that this year. So no, not this team. Not this team. Can they? Maybe.
Wow.
But I think with the fallout of everybody else, Golden State's going to go up. Phoenix is going to continue to go down because they're disgruntled players. No team chemistry right now. They just got rid of their best center. So Phoenix should fall. I don't know what the hell Sacramento is doing. Dallas should improve some. Minnesota is desperate. The Clippers are going to fall. The Lakers are going to start falling. So maybe.
Who gonna be left to compete?
So in your logic, we can get to 5 then.
Maybe.
From what you're saying, we
Maybe
can get to 5.
Y'all ain't, man, get out of here.
He done named the entire West.
Right, everybody in the West.
The
He also
Spurs,
said AC ain't really that. So like, who?
the Spurs will not make the playoffs. Okay, if they make the play in, okay, great. But they won't make the play in. They won't make the playoffs. Their best player is too soft, shooting too many threes, and De'Aaron Fox don't move the needle for me.
So
Wemby is too soft.
This is the guy that said JJ Redick was a joke, and the Lakers wouldn't make the play-in. This would be a joke of a season. He also said Golden State could continue their prowess when they started off all hot. They was all hot and bothered. What else you said about the West? You said OKC.
No. Don't do that, Greg. Greg, don't do that because I was not. I wasn't in the Golden State camp.
Okay. I'll leave the Golden State
camp.
I'll leave Golden State out of that. But you definitely said
y'all said that. Y'all said
OKC wasn't going to win the West. So, you got to take everything he said.
I didn't say that
because
I didn't say
about the Boston Celtics for him. That's why I was still pressing this guy to go ahead and put the bet out there. It's Boston versus the field. Who wins the title?
Hey, Dante, get us rolling, Dante. Get us rolling. He ain't talking about shit. Get us rolling, Dante. He ain't talking about shit. Let's go. He ain't talking about shit, man.
I'm gonna predict it's too many teams to get to 6, but we will make it to 7. Watch what I tell you. We're about to rip off a 4-game winning streak right now, starting with that win over the Hawks. We're about to win 4 in a row. I'm telling you right now, 4 in a row on the way.
What are the Hawks doing? My God.
Yeah. They're now.
They had the injury. No, when Jalen got hurt.
Yeah.
The Hawks almost hocked y'all down last night. I hope you know that. I hope you watched it. I watched it.
Trey is hooping. Trey is hooping.
This is not horseshoes, bro. Almost don't count. Yeah, we don't.
Trey is hooping. Trey is hooping.
Trey
ball.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah,
Trey ball.
Yeah, he got us to a couple games ago.
He really is.
And by us, you mean
Detroit basketball.
Got y'all ass last night too.
Yes.
Well, let's move on to this last topic, fellas. Your boy Kevin Durant. That boy said, "I don't want no reunion. I don't want to go play with Draymond again." What's your thoughts on it, Rev? You disappointed? You glad he didn't go?
It would have been interesting had he gone. But I think to somewhat what Jerry was saying in the legitimate stuff that he was saying about Golden State before the jibber jabber started. And that was actually a rhetorical trick why I insult him while I got the mic and I can keep going. He got to sit with it. I did it on purpose. The reason why Kevin Durant went to Golden State was because of the way they played. Their play style was attracted to him, and that's what he enjoyed. But they don't have the elements and the pieces to play that way anymore. And so if he was going there, I think it would have been the thing that was attractive to him in the first place was how they played. If they're not playing that way, take that off the table, and then you put on the table, all right, I got to deal with some of the same stuff in terms of locker room dynamics and things of that nature. And then what people are going to say, they already not going to give him much credit for what he did there. There's not much hay he can make by going back. I don't see what the upside to him could be if he's not hooping in a way that he would want to there, because it's not that type of ball anymore. And he's going to be on leading first take. Even if they win, they're going to say it's another chip that don't count. Then what's the point of going there? Just stay in Phoenix and hoop where you are.
In other words, going to Golden State doesn't make it easy as hell for him to win a title. That's what it is. It ain't easy no more. He don't go there and it just automatically eliminates all the competition in the entire league for him to continue to win titles. So in other words, that's why he's not going on there. Yeah, it sounds good to say the offense is not, appealing to him anymore. But the fact that he can't go there and win a bunch, that's why he would win.
He would win more in Golden State than he's winning in Phoenix.
He ain't never. Yeah, but it don't skip. It ain't a jump that helps him skip the line. Yeah, he gonna win. It's gonna help him win more, but it ain't putting him at a championship level. That's why it don't make the game easy for him. That's what KD is, and that's always who he's been. And that don't do it. That's why he don't want to go there.
Why did he go to Texas? Why did he go with Texas? And you said that's what he's always been. Texas is not a noted, outside of TJ Ford. He went, Texas wasn't like, he didn't go to Duke where everybody teams up and all of the number one draft picks go and all this kind of stuff. He didn't go to Duke.
Hold on. Time out. So maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe we were talking about the NBA. I could be mistaken.
You said that's what he's always been. I'm just taking your words. You said always. Okay, we'll clean it up then. Clean it up then.
Okay, so you got me on the technicality. Since he's been
I got you on what you said.
Since he's been in the NBA.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So this segment was dedicated to our dear brother Leonard Robinson. Okay. It wasn't gonna be easy for you that time in the Golden State. So, he wasn't going to take the easy way out. I would hold his feet to the fire on that premise. However, KD did not request the trade. So I have no problems. I don't know why anyone would have a problem with him saying, nah, I'm gonna stick this one out. Because he didn't request the trade. He didn't request the trade based on the reports.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or he said, more importantly, he just not only did he not request the trade, when they said, will you go to Golden State, he said he don't want to go there.
Right. Yeah, I didn't want to see it anyway. Yeah, I wasn't bothered by it either. I'm glad it didn't happen. I think it's more interesting with Jimmy Butler there, quite frankly.
You think it's more interesting with Jimmy Butler?
I do. I want to see with him what Riley did to him. What kind of Jimmy Butler are we about to get with Golden State? I really want to see it. And can that help elevate Steph's game? Got people making excuses for him like you and Jerry. You know what I'm saying? So now he's got that.
What excuse did I make for Steph?
Yeah. Y'all talking about he's down because he ain't got enough around him. So
that's true.
He kind of, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see.
Hold on. Were y'all alive this summer?
Yeah.
I promise you. Were you standing up in front of your TV when Steph? I was. Okay. Well, listen. I'm like, okay. You think that went away in 4 months?
Bruh, sometimes the cliff come real quick, bruh.
Wow.
Sometimes the cliff come quick.
Wow.
You don't see it coming and you just go right off it, bro. It happens a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It happens, bro. Father time, bro. And he's a smaller athlete. It happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? It happens.
The only somebody pushing back is old Bron.
Old Bron look like he's trying to go forever, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? It happens.
Wow. I'm just saying.
Look at Jerry, he getting uneasy. Jerry ready to say he ready to bust at the seams. He ready to don't mention nothing positive about Bron.
Steph is on a team that is hella Babbage right now. Hella Babbage. Other than the move with Jimmy Butler is about to help them, but before that, hella Babbage. It's hard for his game to get off in the offense that they run with the pieces that they got. So it was natural that I was surprised.
He's really dependent. Yeah, he's really dependent.
That's not a
Dante, don't do
that. That's not an excuse.
I thought that might get you, bro.
Listen, hey, y'all let Dante try to slide. He tried to do out the bottom of the deck. I'm like, he's dependent, man. We saw that man carry that team, that last chip. Talking about he dependent. Man, he put all them boys on his back against Boston, who they should. Boston should. I'm so disgusted with Boston. Y'all not gave him. Y'all. Okay, I'm.
Don't say the words you about to say.
No, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. Y'all know.
They shit the bed. Boston shit the bed.
hey, but Steph with them boys on his back. So Dante, don't you come in here and say that. He got to be carried somewhere. I know, you better hide behind that mic. Slick. That really was slick. Golly. Okay. I see how you get down. Okay.
Hey, but no, I'm looking forward to it though, man. I want to see what him and Jimmy can do, man. I'm not sure it's gonna work. I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not sure Jimmy is what Jimmy was. So we'll find out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an interesting second half. I'm really looking forward to the NBA now. With what's happened, it made it more interesting. I will give you that, because I know we had a debate about whether it's possible now and all that. You know what I'm saying? So for me now, this does make it a little bit more watchable at this point, just to see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Let me bring it back to our original topic. I think the other reason why Dallas did this when they did it is because I believe this chip is open for the taking.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Boston ain't what they were.
Nope.
And there's some chinks in their armor. They're still good, Jerry. I ain't saying they're still good. They should come out of the East. They should, but they are gettable. If you look in the West, you say, well, do you believe Oklahoma City has enough? If you don't, Jerry eliminated everybody else in the playoffs. He said they got 15 playing teams. They don't have a second, third, fourth, or fifth seed, so your Spurs can get up to 6. So if the West is that wide open, and you're looking around at Dallas, you say, we can make this move. We can slide in here. We can build our roster. We might be able to get one. And if they do that, again, it was worth doing. So I'm excited because I do believe this is a wide open situation. Boston still, based on what I saw against Miami a couple years ago, I still don't trust them. Jerry don't trust them either. Jerry don't trust them. Jerry don't trust them. You know why Jerry doesn't trust them? Because he hates the fact that they shoot so many 3 points. And when they lose, that's what he's going to blame. If they win, he's gonna put the Boston jacket on. He gonna drape himself in the 19th or 20th banner. He's gonna get tattooed. He's gonna get the Jason Terry tattoo on his forearm with the leprechaun and the Larry O.B. But when they lose, he's gonna say it's because they shoot too many threes.
Right. It's Joe Mazzulla. It's Joe Mazzulla. Not the fact that Jason Tatum go broke again.
These sad opinions.
It's open for the taking.
Go broke like Trump bankrupt casinos. He's bound to do it. That's why they sat his ass in the Olympics. I was sticking to it. That's why they sat his ass, because he was broke in practice. He was broke in the games. Sit your ass down. We got KD, we got LeBron, we got better players out here on this floor.
I refuse to allow NBA conversation to go to FIBA in this dancery. I refuse to allow that to happen. So I will go and combat you, Reb, on the we wet the bed against the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, we did.
Okay, well, why? Don't combat me. You don't say I'm gonna combat you, but then you say y'all did. Okay, well,
we left. Well, oh, you're right. I'm going to agree.
Y'all were favored. Y'all should have won that one.
We definitely should have won it. Jason Tatum didn't have enough nuts about himself to get it done. He really didn't. He was scared shitless out there. That's the only player on the court that I thought was afraid in that series. And it was Jason Tatum, our best player. He was afraid. Now, he and Jaylen Brown put up the same freaking performance with the turnovers and not shooting well. But I put that solely at the feet of Jason Tatum being afraid. And once he sprained his ankle, he was disinterested in playing in the finals. And it wasn't too hard to tell. We gave that away. I can say that. But this year, there's the only thing that can stop us from winning the title is if KP gets hurt again at the wrong time. KP is going to go down. He's going to have an injury.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
He had one earlier, and all that means is that he's going to have another.
Set your watch to it.
I would have preferred him to do just like last year, get hurt right before we about to go into the thing. But now it's up in the air of when that's going to happen, but it's going to happen. But I will say this. We are shooting way too many threes. We are out of whack. That is true. I can't really say it's the threes, which it does tick me off a little bit. It's the fact that the way we play hurts our defense, because if our offense is not there, we don't play a lick of defense. And for Jaylen Brown to come into the season saying he wanted to be an all-defensive player, he ain't been close to that. He ain't been close to that. Hurt players been getting at his ass. Smaller players been getting, smaller players have been getting at him. Our defensive effort is not what it was late in the season. We haven't even had a run this year. We had crazy runs last year of winning multiple games, 15, 16, 17 games, but we haven't had that one now. We're not a back-to-back type losing team for real, but to say that we can get got, I don't see that, man, because when it works, it works. It ain't nothing nobody can do. There's no team in the NBA right now that can play five players that can shoot at the clip. There's nobody that can combat that. Nobody.
But that was my overarching point in that conversation we had in the group a while ago, that's most teams in the NBA. When them threes fall, it's not much you can do.
Yeah.
But Rev, I think you had the most salient point that we can close on. It's wide open, bro. Anybody can win. It's like a list of 8 teams, I think.
Cleveland. So Cleveland can win?
Yeah, they
Cleveland can win the title this year.
Yes, they can.
Cleveland can win. Oh my God.
Yes.
They can beat Boston, they can win the title. If they can beat Boston, they can win the
title.
title.
Beat Boston. What are you talking about?
They can.
All right, whatever, man.
All right, bro. We've had this conversation all year, bro.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna find out, bro. It's gonna be an exciting rest of the season in the NBA. Rev, thank you very much for joining. We appreciate you, bro.
Listen. I have been waiting for this all my life. I mean, I am so tickled. I am so tickled. And then y'all made a mistake of talking about me and sent me the link. I was like, man. I was like, I'm gonna be in Birmingham. I'm gonna pull up and just show up with a microphone in my hand.
Man, I wanted you on when me and you was going at it in the group. I was like, this is the conversation we need to be having. But man, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all just don't understand. This brings so much levity into my life. I mean, when y'all be talking crazy,
everybody out there watching, hit that like and subscribe button. Trash Talking with the Old Heads, man. Also on Spotify, man. Make sure you look us up. Thank you for joining us, man. We out.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace.